At JG King, we throw everything at our steel frames, so our homes stand up to whatever life throws at you. With $30,000 of value included at no extra cost, there's never been a better time to step up to steel. JG King.
Good on you, Mum. Tip-top's the one. Good on you, Mum. Hey! Good on you, Mum. Tip-top's the one. Good on you, Mum.
I want a Sunday kind of love, and I'd like to know it's more than love at first sight. I want a Sunday kind of love.
The return of the affordable Sunday roast.
That's why I pick Woolies.
The Royal Agricultural Society of Victoria has inspired excellence in Victorian agriculture for more than 165 years. RASV ultimately aims to improve the quality of and increase the demand for Victorian agricultural produce. As an RASV member, you can support the development of Victorian agriculture whilst receiving a host of exclusive member privileges. RASV members are entitled to a range of benefits, including complimentary admission to all 11 days of the Royal Melbourne Show, access to members-only hospitality areas, and exclusive discounts and special offers. To find out more about becoming a member of the Royal Agricultural Society of Victoria, visit rasv.com.au.
Since 1885, RDNS has been helping Australians stay active and independent in their own homes. RDNS provides a range of home nursing and support services to help you to live your best life.
They come back to greet us.
Whether you're experiencing illness, injury, or just need help around the home, we are here for you every step of the way.
Yeah, and it feels like home. It feels like home.
RDNS, the nurses who come to you.
On a farm full of surprises, he's the sheep who's ahead of the flock. The one and only Sean the Sheep. He might be little, but don't let that fool you. He's cool, courageous, and incredibly crafty. Climb to the top of the heap with Sean the Sheep, A Prickly Problem. Now available on DVD.
When was the last time you did something you couldn't? When was the last time you shocked everyone and helped change the world too? Oxfam Trail Walker. Register at trailwalker.oxfam.org.au.
I love Daryl Lee.
I love Daryl Lee.
I love Daryl Lee.
I love Daryl Lee.
We love Daryl Lee.
We love Daryl Lee.
We love Daryl Lee. We love Daryl Lee.
We love Daryl Lee.
We love Daryl Lee.
Daryl Lee, loved by Australians since 1927.
Good on you, Mum. Tip-top's the one. Good on you, Mum. Hey! Good on you, Mum. Tip-top's the one. Good on you, Mum.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen and girls and boys. Welcome back here to the Herald Sun Arena. We are gearing up for the second biggest show jumping event of the 2016 Royal Melbourne Show. It's the Prince of Wales Cup, and a man who has a big job to do this afternoon is joining me. First up, while the riders walk the course, Kevin Taranto, our judge for the weekend. Kevin, firstly, welcome to Melbourne. We've turned the sunshine on for you.
I have indeed. Thanks very much, Tim.
Mate, you are our official judge here this week. Exactly as the judge, what is your role that you're actually doing here today?
Well, it's I've got to make sure they don't knock the fences down, and if they do, they get a penalty for that. We also look after the time to make sure they're not over time.
It sounds like an easy job. It's actually quite a pressured job. There's a lot of money up for stakes here today, and the riders really want to make sure they get a fair and just go.
Yeah, they do. It doesn't really matter whether it's 60 centimetre class or up this size. They all have to be judged the same way. To the younger riders, all classes are the same. They all want to win them.
Mate, obviously you don't just get a judge's licence out of the back of a Weet-Bix box. What do you need to do to become a judge?
I've been training now for about 12 years and worked myself up to international level. So, yeah, I can judge international classes and overseas. So it's been good fun.
And tell me, what's the best class you've ever judged?
Well, I've done the Australian Championships for the last couple of years, but probably the first World Cup I ever judged here at Melbourne Royal back about 4 years ago. It's certainly something I remember.
You've had a look at the track that our course designer, Mr. David Shepherd, has built. What are your thoughts?
I think it's a tough but fair track. David built last weekend at the Australian Championships. We have some of the best horses in Australia here, and I think it'll be a great class.
Well, we'll let you go and do what you need to do. That's our judge, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a pressure job here this afternoon for the Prince of Wales Cup. Kevin Taranto, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Tim.
We're going to try and catch up with some of our riders here. The course is being walked, as we said before. Our international course designer, one of the best in the country at the moment, has built this track, and we are going to see the best horses in the country. 18 nominations in this class are going to go head-to-head. As I said, I'm going to try and catch up with some of our riders in just a couple of minutes' time here in the Herald Sun Arena, and we are due to start at 3:30 this afternoon.
Peter Hitchener has been delivering your news for 43 years.
Every day,
leading Melbourne's most experienced team.
The Hawks aren't
The team you know. The team you turn to. The team you trust. When news breaks, Melbourne turns to 9 News. Always there, always on. Experience is why you see it first. On 9 News.
The 2016 Royal Melbourne Show is proudly supported by Principal Partners, Woolworths, the fresh food people. Advance, #1 Australian brand recommended by vets and breeders. Coca-Cola Amatil, taste the feeling. Jayco, that's freedom. Major sponsors, RACV, Herald Sun, Weekly Times. Sponsors. The Royal Agricultural Society of Victoria greatly appreciates and values the support of the 2016 Royal Melbourne Show principal partners and sponsors.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now catching up with a young gentleman who grew up here in Victoria from Clunes. It's great to welcome Stephen Hill back to the country, mate. Welcome back to Australia.
Yeah, thanks, Tim.
I welcoming him back because this gentleman competed at Bonio Park at a big show in January. From there, he has been to Europe. He represented Australia in the Nations Cup, was so close to making the team for the Rio Olympics, and he's actually brought his mare home, Anulambi's Bellini Star. First show back was here at Melbourne. She looked sensational. Was it good to go to Europe firstly?
Yeah, really good, Tim. Good experience and, yeah, learned a lot, and it was good to be able to bring the horse home especially.
Big trip for the horse. She hopped on a plane in Europe. She flew back into Melbourne. She's been in quarantine. How's she feeling with all that international travel under her belt?
Yeah, really good. She's come out of quarantine fresh and happy. Looks good. So, yeah, she was a bit feral yesterday, but we'll see what happens today.
You are renowned for having a sensational show. This mare loves jumping in the Herald Sun Arena here at the Royal Melbourne Show. Looking at the Prince of Wales course here today, it's one that you'd love to put your name to, isn't it? And it's a big track that Shep's built.
Yeah, it's tough enough at first show back. Shep's done a good job. He did a good job last week. I was unable to start. But yeah, hopefully he jumps clean around here and go back-to-back like last year.
You're early out in the draw. We'll let you go. He'll be fourth out. Ladies and gentlemen, from Clunes, we wish Stevie Hill the best of luck.
Thanks, Tim.
That is Stephen Hill. I'm just going to keep wandering over here for a moment, and I'm just going to catch my very good mate as he leaves the arena. He's a lovely chatter. Very quickly, Dave Cameron, two-time Australian show jumping champion. Welcome back to Melbourne Royal. You love coming to this show, and you're having not too bad a show run so far.
No, thanks, Tim. Yeah, no, the horses are jumping really well. We haven't won a whole heap of ribbons, but they're jumping fantastic. The level of show jumping at this show is really strong. The ground's great, and no, we're really enjoying being here.
I was going to touch on the ground for a moment. We always say good gear, good courses, good ground, make good jumping. This show in the past, the ground hasn't been sensational, but this year, I don't think there isn't a horse that wants to get airborne and really get amongst a really quality jumping.
No, I agree, Tim. Whoever does the grounds here is doing a fantastic job, and thanks a lot because it's made the quality jumping really strong.
Now, David Shepherd has been our course designer for the last couple of years. Off the back of fielding at the Australian Show Jumping Championships, big task for him, but I think, again, I believe the courses have been great thus far in the competition.
Oh, they've been really good, Tim. Shep never fails. I don't think I've ever been to a show where he hasn't built really well, and he's building up the quality at this show, and I think it should be a really good World Cup Sunday afternoon.
Now, right now, we've got the Prince of Wales due to start at 3:30 this afternoon. A class that is epped in history with some amazing horses. It needs to be big, it needs to be tough. If I was sitting in the grandstand here at the Herald Sun Arena, where do you believe are the biggest questions or the biggest tasks for the rider?
I think the treble always takes a lot of jumping. It's quite a nice combination, but I still think that'll cause a few faults. The other thing I think will be tough is the line 9 to 10 through the middle. It's sort of strong enough, and the 10's quite big, so yeah, there'll be faults there too.
Relatively young horse that you're starting out here today. What are your thoughts with your individual performance?
Oh, look, I'm hoping she jumps a clean round. I ran second in this class last year to Stevie, so I'd love to go one better. But look, today, she's a little bit green for this class, so I'll need a little bit of luck, but we'll see how we go.
Dave Cameron, two-time Australian show jumping champion, is just finishing walking the course. While the riders do that, I'm going to get our cameraman just to swing around here because I just want to show you exactly how big these fences are. And I'm going to come over here next to a fence where we can get a little up close and personal with it. Now, if you can imagine, this fence stands at 1.50 m in height. Standing up there, and you look at this rail, so light, weighs about 14 or 15 kilos only, sitting on a cup that is plastic, and all they need to do is just literally top it, and it drops off. That is going to give them 4 jumping penalties if they do that. Now, they're going to try and get around this whole course cleanly. The object of the game is to try and keep themselves on that best possible score of 0. And if they can complete the entire course like that, and we get more than one rider to do so, then we will invite them back for a jump off. The winner of the class will be the horse rider combination with the least number of penalties and the quickest time. Right now, our first of our 18 horses is out the back in the collecting ring, warming up, and they're going to be coming out here right on 3:30 in about 12 minutes' time. We're going to go back up and get ourselves organised. Hope you've enjoyed the course walk. If you're in the grandstand, stick with us. If you're watching wherever you are around the country, hope you enjoy the telecast here at the Royal Melbourne Show in the Herald Sun Arena, the Prince of Wales Cup, due to start at 3:30 this afternoon.
Get ready, get set, let's go. If we never go, we'll never know. 'Cause you and I, oh yeah, we could fly so high, so high. You and I won't let this moment pass us by, pass us by. Kids like it, dads like it, even good old Auntie Madge likes it. Nobody doesn't like Sara Lee. People who dig holes like it, not to mention Mom. Blokes with no hair like it, teddy bears like it. Do we forget anyone? Volunteers like it, folks with ears like it, friends you haven't seen in years like it. Nobody doesn't like Sara Lee.
What was that? Magic.
That's when something wild calls you home.
Disney's Pete's Dragon.
Well, I was going to head back up to the broadcast box, but on my way I ran into a very good mate of mine and a gentleman that we've been talking about a lot this last week or so. He built his first ever Australian Show Jumping Championships and did a sensational job, I must say myself, and then also here at the Royal Melbourne Show. David Shepherd, welcome to the Herald Sun Arena. Great to have you here.
Thank you, Tim. Pleasure to be here. Sorry.
Mate, you do a job, you wear your heart on your sleeve with your course building. You're very passionate about course building, and you enjoying it?
Absolutely, yeah. It is a passion, yes. We've got a great weather here today too. The ground is great. It's all good.
Well, I was going to talk to you. I was talking to Dave Cameron, and you've built here the last couple of years. The curators have got this surface sensational. We have had crackerjack jump-offs thus far, haven't we?
Yeah, we after last weekend at Oz National Titles, we decided that they needed a bit of a softer lead-in, which I think the riders and the horses appreciated. But gee, they're jumping fantastic. We're getting a lot of clear rounds, so the dimensions are increasing, and this is tall enough, this track. But I'm hoping for a few in the jump-off, and it should be good.
This track here, what are the dimensions? Give us some numbers. What are we looking at?
Oh, it's generally, well, this is a feature class, Prince of Wales Cup. It's been revered. There's been some really good horses and riders that won this class over the years. You've only got to look at the trophy. You know, it's probably a hole down on a World Cup. It's 145. There's a few 150 fences out there, so just to keep them honest, it's a good sized arena, this, so should be able to, the speed 375, we should be able to see some great jumping.
Now, as a course builder, do you ever look at a course and think, okay, for this class, I want to try and get 3 clean, I want to get 6 clean, or do you just build the best possible track you can? What are your thoughts coming into it? Do you try and, you know, almost predict fate and work out how many horses you'd like to get to jump clean?
Yes, that's probably partly right, but also there's a standard to be set as well. It can't be dumbed down for that reason. But yeah, I reckon we'll get a handful of horses in the jumper or more.
Well, that's what I was going to now ask you, because we've got a field of 18 sensational horses lining up. The jumping on the first day yesterday here was some of the best I've seen anywhere in the country. Mate, how many clean do you think we're going to get?
You really put me on the spot. 6 or 7 would be nice.
And do you have yourself a winner?
Stevie Hill's me, I think.
Well, he won it here in 2015. Our course designer hopes he can win it here again this year. Stevie Hill, we spoke to him just before. He'll be 4th out, the man from Clunes riding Yolambi's Bellini Star. I'll let you get back to the course builders tent that you'd sit over here. I'm not quite sure what they do between classes, but you've done a superb job in the lead up to this class. David Shepherd, thank you for your words of wisdom and also for your expertise in building sensational courses.
Good on you, Tim. Pleasure. Good on you. Thank you.
David Shepherd, our course designer. Coming up, 3:30 start. We're about 6 minutes away for our first horse on course in the Prince of Wales Cup here in the Herald Sun Arena.
Cirque du Soleil's Cruiser, Under the Big Top at Flemington Racecourse. Book now.
The compact SUV for wherever you dream of going. From only $26,990 drive away. The Honda HR-V.
Fellas, we all having fun? It's my turn to get the oranges. I'll get Willie's half-time oranges. They're so juicy, their hands get stickier. Your ball skills get better. Go Bears! See what I mean?
Juicy Australian-grown half-time oranges.
That's why I pick Woolies.
I think it's a million amazing moments, you know, tucking her into bed at night.
To see them start to smile again and interact with others and be happy and giggle.
I don't give them as much as they give me.
Being there for each other and loving each other.
We know we're making a difference, and that's always just a great feeling that we get for doing it. Anyone can do it.
You can change these kids' lives.
Every day, more Australian consumers are choosing to go local, and the trusted destination for all your big brand home appliances is your local Better Store. With over 170 stores Australia-wide, you get the buying power you need. With the type of service you thought was long gone. Need it delivered and installed? We can help with that too. And whether you choose to shop online or in store, you're helping your local community. Why? Because the people that run your local Better Store own it. So go local. That's better.
When was the last time you did something you couldn't? When was the last time you shocked everyone and helped change the world too? Oxfam Trail Walker. Register at trailwalker.oxfam.org.au.
The bold new Honda Civic comes with a wide-angle reversing camera as standard, so you can get going with ease.
Bring up maps.
And with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto across the range, you're free to chase it in any direction, wherever your dreams may lead. The bold new Honda Civic from only $24,990 drive away.
Professionals will make your home star using new media, new tools and new systems to reach more buyers. For your free online property price check and market appraisal, visit professionals.com.au.
I spoke to the PSOs on the platform one night and it all started from there. I grew up always being part of the community, volunteering, and this just kind of takes it to the next level. You're not just helping out, but you're also obviously enforcing the law and making sure that everyone Feels like they can get home safe. I love the work-life balance I have being a PSO. I play football along with some other fellow PSO colleagues, so we work our rosters around that. That was the best feeling in the world, was graduating.
What was that?
I think everyone should see it on the school holidays. Best graphics I've ever seen in my life.
Out of 10?
20.
20.
Disney's Pete's Dragon.
Wow, I've lost another 3 kilos.
Doctor, if diet and exercise aren't enough, get your doctor on your side.
Cirque du Soleil's Coosa, Under the Big Top at Flemington Racecourse. Book now.
Handcrafted. Real ingredients. The pride of artisanal quality. Bertocchi since 1972.
At JG King, we throw everything at our steel frames so our homes stand up to whatever life throws at you. With $30,000 of value included at no extra cost, there's never been a better time to step up to steel. JG King.
Sunday kind of love, and I'd like to know it's more than love at first sight. I want a Sunday kind of love.
The return of the affordable Sunday roast.
That's why I pick Woolies.
The 2016 Royal Melbourne Show is proudly supported by Principal Partners, Woolworths, the fresh food people. Advance, #1 Australian brand recommended by vets and breeders. Coca-Cola Amatil, taste the feeling. Jayco, that's freedom. Major sponsors, RACV, Herald Sun, Weekly Times. Sponsors. The Royal Agricultural Society of Victoria greatly appreciates and values the support of the 2016 Royal Melbourne Show principal partners and sponsors.
Well, welcome back to the Herald Sun Arena. First horse on course in this, the Prince of Wales Cup, being run at Article 238.2, a jump-off competition. And the first rider out will be Tyrone Latham, riding Watermark Farm Ducati. The length of the course is 540 metres, the speed in which our course designer, Mr. David Shepherd, has asked them to jump at is 375 metres per minute. And the time allowed is 87 seconds. They must complete the course under the time allowed. There are 13 obstacles, fences 1 to 13, with 16 efforts. The first of the combinations comes up at 7A, 7B. The second, the treble, 11A, B and C. Finish over fence number 13. The horse rider combination with the least number of penalties and the quickest time will be declared the winner. Wherever you're watching around the ground here in Melbourne or around the world, we welcome you to the Herald Sun Arena this afternoon. And it is great to welcome from Beenleigh in Queensland, Tyrone Latham. And Tyrone riding Watermark Farm Ducati. Two fences left to go. Just carrying the 2 rails down at this stage. Safely over the last. That's a great round. Ooh, time taken 87.41. One time penalty, 8 jumping penalties, a total of 9. Time allowed 87 seconds. Time taken 87.41. One time penalty, 8 jumping penalties, a total of 9 for Watermark Farm Ducati and Tyrone Latham. Well, this young man, he won a World Cup qualifier Thursday week ago. 15 days, in fact, over at Adelaide Royal. From there, he put the horses on the truck, and the Road Warrior came back here to Victoria. He hails from Bega on the south coast of New South Wales. Feeds the magnificent Barristock feed, and his horse looks sensational. Jason, as he's known around the stables, will be formal here today. Introduce him as Emerville Jitterbug. And in the saddle, a farrier by trade, we welcome Mr. Clint Beresford. And Clint rides this horse, nominated by his sister Danielle and himself. And great to welcome Clint Beresford, one of Australia's up-and-coming next-gen riders. And he is riding a horse bred by Grant and Heather Hughes. And they have certainly been a very successful combination together. They were winners of the last of the World Cups, and they'll be gearing up today, ready for the big one. Here on Sunday afternoon, it's the Prince of Wales Cup. On course, number 2 in the draw, Clint Beresford, Emerville Jitterbug. Come on, Melbourne, put your hands together. What a round. Safely over the last. Clint Beresford, Emerville Jitterbug. No jumping penalties, no time penalties. 84.58 and all clear. Well, next out into the arena, we welcome from one of our next-gen riders to one of our more experienced riders in this competition. It is great to welcome to his local Royal Show. Gentleman based at Whittlesea. He is Victorian show jumping and has been for a number of years. A very competitive rider. It is Russell Johnson, Olympian, having competed at the 1996 Atlanta Olympics. And represented Victoria and Australia on many, many occasions. Russell Johnson. Riding Borealis Centurion. Two fences left to go on the best possible score of 0. Russell Johnson, Borealis Centurion comes down to the final fence. Hey, Melbourne, put your hands together. Well, we are guaranteed a jump off early on. Our course designer, David Shepherd, said he'd love to see 6 or 7 clear into the second round or the jump off round. We are definitely guaranteed a jump off. 2 horses have jumped clean in the first 3. As we now welcome out another one of our local riders, represented Australia at 3 of the Nations Cups in Europe, in vying to qualify for the Olympic Games. No mean feat to do that from here in Australia. He packed himself, his wife and his children up and headed overseas at great expense to try and fulfill a lifelong dream. At 30 years of age, we welcome out Stephen Hill. He's riding a mare by the name of Ylambi's Bellini Star, bred by Rory Hovell in Western Australia. He would be up there as one of the best horses in the country. A very talented rider in the saddle. He hails from here in Victoria, from Clunes, a bricklayer by trade. Over these days, he's hung up the bricklaying shoes, and now works with his mum in their local IGA. And wonderful to welcome him back here into Australia. Their first competition since hopping off the plane from Europe. Ylambi's Bellini Star and Stephen Hill. Sets up for the final fence, safely over the last. 86.04, just under the time allowed. Interesting, when we were talking to two-time Australian champion David Cameron, said 9 to 10 is going to be a real challenge. There's 2 distances there. There's a forward distance, which we just saw Stephen Hill take, and unfortunately paid the price with 4 jumping penalties. Our 2 riders before went down on the waiting distance, and they managed to jump fence number 10 cleanly. Interesting to see how each horse-rider combination attacks this David Shepherd course. Well, next out into the arena, we welcome a lady who has been hugely successful. She was born here in Victoria and lived here till she was 7 years of old. She then moved to New South Wales, where she is based at Mount White these days. Another Olympian, and in fact has just hung up the microphone from being one of our co-commentators on Channel 7's coverage of the Rio Olympics. Her and Martin Costello did a superb job, but it's riding where she does most of her talking. Vicky Roycroft is our rider on course, and she is riding Congo Z. This horse, 3 years ago, won the Mini Prix at the Australian Show Jumping Championships with Jamie Kermond in the saddle. Vicky's taken it to World Cup level, and it's funny how time goes. This horse looks also comfortable these days, and you think he's been at this level for a number of years with great foundation from the Yandu Equestrian Services. And Vicky's knowledge and wisdom in producing a horse. It is great to welcome Vicky Roycroft and Congo Z, our next combination on course. Oh, safely over the last, just that one rail at the treble. C falls to the ground. Having a look here, it's a 7.8 metres, so one non-jumping stride from A to B. Then a little shorter from the oxer to the vertical, 7.4 metres non-jumping. who just couldn't quite sit back on his hocks and jump out. 4 jumping penalties, no time penalties, 84.37 for Vicky Roycroft and Congo Z. So still just the 2 clear rounds. Emmerville Jitterbug and Clint Beresford and Russell Johnson and Borealis Centurion. Well, this horse rider combination won the World Cup qualifier at Shepparton a couple of years ago. And since then, they have been knocking on the door for a win of a big class on many, many occasions. Is today the day? She's had a win earlier in this competition, riding Cobbabella Voltage. She now rides Cobbabella Cadiz from Arcadia in Sydney. We welcome out Brooke Campbell, riding a nomination by Leslie Hargraves and Brooke Campbell, and ridden by the very talented young Brooke. If you've never watched show jumping before, welcome to the Herald Sun Arena. The object of the game is to try and keep on that best possible score of 0. Penalties are incurred if you alter the height or width of a jump. So if you knock a fence over and our ring crew need to rebuild it, you then need to pick up 4 jumping penalties. If you exceed the time allowed of 87 seconds, you get 1 time penalty for every 4 seconds or part thereof. Equestrian at an international level and here at the Royal Melbourne Show is one of the few competitions when men and women compete on an equal playing field. And unlike a lot of sports, whether it be swimming or running, where you find potentially men may be stronger or in a different class to women, in show jumping and equestrian, quite often it's our lady riders that have that female touch and are the better of the riders. Brooke Campbell all clear at this stage. 5 efforts, 3 fences left to go. Comes down to the final fence. Come on, Brooke Campbell, check the time. Oh, Brooke Campbell also close yet so far. Time allowed, 87 seconds. Time taken, 87.29 of a second over the time allowed. 1 time penalty, no jumping penalties, a total of 1. Well, next out into the arena, we welcome Rebecca Jenkins. And Becky is riding RSB Jacana. This combination won many a World Cup. They come off the back of winning the big Colomar Memorial Grand Prix at the Brisbane Ekka to be down here in her former home state, now based at Marlburg. Becky Allen, as she was formerly known, has been riding at this show since she was knee-high to a grasshopper. Her mum and dad, both very successful show jumpers as well. Two fences left to go. All clear at this stage. Come on, Becky. We'll check the time as well as she comes down to the final fence. Becky Jenkins safely over the last. Hey, she's under time. That's another clear round. Oh, what a ride. 86.41, 0.59 of a second under the time allowed. No jumping penalties, no time penalties, and all clear to give us our third clear round. Well, that gives us 3 now, booking a spot in the jump-off round. Great effort from Becky. As we now welcome out into the arena, Reece Stones, another bricklayer by trade, professional horseman these days, however. Grew up in the border district of New South Wales, up at Rutherglen, with Des and Glennis, his mum and dad. In fact, his horse was started by his brother, Bryce. And Reece and Jess saw the potential and took on ownership of BS on air. Jumped right through to World Cup level. Boy, they've had a lot of success. Ridden sometimes by his fiancée, Jess Stalling. And also by Reece. Now, nothing's stopping him doing that. Goes through our presentation circle. In fact, I was talking to our course designer off air, and you could actually jump that if it was in your way. You would not be penalised. Reece just found a nice little gap through the opening there. Back around to fence number 4. All clear at this stage as he comes up to fence number 7A, the first of the doubles. Well, now our judge doesn't judge style or form in any way, shape or form. Even though he's quite a stylish man himself. In fact, his job, it wouldn't matter if that rail bounced out of the cup as long as it lands back in the cup and doesn't alter the height or width of the fence. All clear at this stage. 87 seconds the time allowed. Unfortunately, a disobedience. So interesting fact here now. The ring crew will come out and rebuild the fence. They will rebuild that fence, and what will happen? He will have to start at that fence again. 4 jumping penalties will be added for the refusal. And then 6 seconds added to the time for the rebuild. So you'll see that he's now got 1 time penalty already, because the time, once the 6 seconds was added, goes to 87.8. 2 fences left to go. And you can see how quickly the tides can turn in the sport of show jumping. Reece was on a best possible score of 0. A slight miscommunication around to fence number 12 and a disobedience. And now he has to wait for that fence to be rebuilt before he can commence his round again. So the bell sounds, and the time won't recommence until those front feet leave the ground at fence number 12. Oh, Melbourne, I ask you to give him a round of applause. I know Reece will be disappointed in that, but that was a superb effort. The score's not doing justice to the ride. 4 jumping penalties, 2 time penalties, 94.31, 94.31, and a total of 6 for BS on air and Reece Stone. Well, next out into the arena, we welcome the next of our riders, and this is number 6 in the draw. Number 10 in the draw, in fact, Shane Davidson. And Shane is riding at Fairbanks Lulu. Number 10 is where we move to. We've had 1 no-show so far. We have had 9 complete their round. 3 clears so far. Clint Beresford, Russell Johnson and Rebecca Jenkins have all jumped clear. Trying to add his name to the list is Shane Davidson and Fairbanks Lulu. All clear as he comes down to the final fence. We keep an eye on the time. Come on, Shane Davidson, safely over the last, but he's over the time allowed. 88.47, a great clear round. One time penalty. However, no jumping penalties. A total of 1 for Shane Davidson and Fairbanks Lulu. Well, the Prince of Wales Cup was first commenced here in 1971, and it was won by Mrs. S. Russell and Hi-Fi. Kevin Bacon won it in 72 and 1973 with that amazing horse Chichester. We then look through. Art Udell has won this competition as Kevin Musgrove. Colleen Brook won it in 1984 with Cradlebrook Rebound. So we welcome our next competitor onto the course. A lady who would love to add her name to this trophy for a second time, because she won it in 2013 on that beautiful grey mare of Penrose. It's one that they all want to put their name into, to have it etched in time. And this is Ali Lamb riding Diamond B Corsica from just outside of Sale in the East Gippsland. Her and her husband run a large dairy operation, but also limelighting as very successful show jumpers as well. As far as I can see, only one rider's ever won this 3 years in a row, and that was Jeff Bloomfield in 95, 96 and 97, but on 3 different horses. T-Rex, Coincidence, and then Money Talks. Oh, unfortunately there, a little bit of a miscommunication. Diamond B Corsica and Ali Lamb, a parting of companies. An unplanned dismount. Got its landing gear caught up, but she is walking okay. And a big thank you to our Redcoats. Ali Lamb having a parting of the companies. Therefore, fall of horse or rider does incur elimination. She gives Diamond B Corsica a pat. I know she won't be happy with herself, but most importantly, we're happy that she looks okay. And so does the lovely Diamond B Corsica. Well, we turn our attentions now back into the Herald Sun Arena. We welcome out a young gentleman who's already got one clear round. This time he is riding SL Donato. SL Donato, bred by Daly Kay, started its show jumping career with Tom McDermott, hence the SL prefix. In fact, if we look back in 2014, this horse's brother, SL Limerick, won this class with Tom in the saddle. Interesting to see 2 Daly Kay horses, Penrose and there's SL Limerick, won this class in 2013 and 2014. In the saddle now, Clint. I know he'd love to have a win with this horse. This is his younger horse. And in fact, Emmaville Jitterbug, who's already jumped clear, had an injury. This horse was just cruising along. Everyone thought, oh yeah, it's a nice horse. But Clint really needed a horse because Jason, or Emmaville Jitterbug as he's known, needed to have 6 to 12 months off. So no point going and buying one. He just produced this horse. And out of nowhere, he suddenly had 2 Grand Prix horses. A very talented young man in the saddle. And was taking this class very seriously. Had an early night last night, so he was fresh and fighting fit, ready for today's competition in the Herald Sun Arena. Well, this fence has caused a couple of issues, once for Ali, once for Reese. One fence left to go, carrying the 4 jumping penalties. Clint Beresford comes down to the final fence, safely over the last. SL Donato, 85.30 under the time allowed, 85.30. 4 jumping penalties, no time penalties, a total of 4. Well, next out into the arena, we welcome David Cameron. Caught up to with him just before the class, 2-time Australian show jumping champion. At 33 years of age, a very talented horse rider. Probably could have made it as a football player, except for his knees wouldn't hold up. And he has a twin brother, Ian. We don't see around the show jumping circuit so often anymore, unfortunately. He was very talented riders, David and Ian. In fact, as juniors, when the old showground was still here, they used to run amok, he and his brother. Although Dave will tell you that Ian was the wild one, and he was the sensible, quiet one. And Dave is riding a horse that is being purchased in a syndicate from Western Australia, Conquista. Well, a young horse, it is 9 years of age, but a relatively new combination. I think they'll be pretty pleased with that. 90.98 the time taken. 1 time penalty, 4 jumping penalties, a total of 5 for David Cameron from Wilberforce in Sydney and Conquista. Well, next out into the arena, a gentleman who's never had the honour of winning the Prince of Wales Cup. And I'm sure he'd love to do so. Short of a win or two. There's certainly been knocking on the door. This combination came together after his partner had been riding it to World Cup level and really sort of hit their straps at Elysian in April of this year, up there on the Gold Coast hinterland. We welcome out engineer by trade, John O'Berry, and Turnip Blue NZPH. The last piece in the puzzle for Jono and Turnip Blue NZPH will when they pick up their new truck in a couple of months' time. Oh, John O'Berry, no problem with the timekeeper. 84.01, 84.01. The one rail down, 4 jumping penalties. No time penalties, a total of 4 for John O'Berry and Turn It Blue, NZPH. Well, he's had the pleasure of watching and supporting his wife to win the Prince of Wales Cup. The runner-up 2016 Australian show jumping champion. The on-form rider for 2016 Royal Melbourne Show. A dairy farmer by day, show jumper by weekends. Andrew Lamb riding CP Argento. In fact, he said he's very lucky to have his wife. She does a lot of the work during the week with the horses while he's out earning the money. Well, it can happen. First fence falls to the ground, carrying 4 jumping penalties at this stage. Minor placing still up for grabs with just 3 clear rounds and 2 riders on 1 time penalty. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that is a lovely round. Put your hands together for Andrew Lamb and CP Argento. Slight air of disappointment in my tone there, only because I would have loved to have seen that horse in the jump off. He had the easiest fence, the first fence down. And, sometimes it can happen. They come out here, the horses warmed up in the collecting ring. And first or last fence is one of the most frustrating as a show jumper to have fall to the ground. Andrew Lamb, CP Argento. 4 jumping, no time. Currently into 6th place behind our 2 one-time penalty riders. We've got 3 clear rounds that will be coming back for the jump-off. 2 of which have previously won this Prince of Wales Cup. Well, next out into the arena, Stuart Jenkins. His wife has already got a clear round. Can he add a clear to the board? Stuart Jenkins. Comes down to the final fence. Come on, Stewie. Hayes over the last, checks the time. That's our 4th clear round in the competition. No jumping penalties, no time penalties, and all clear for Stuart Jenkins. Fairview Animation. Oh, what a ride. red, Stuart Jenkins, Fairview Animation. No jumping penalties, no time penalties, and all clear. Great effort. As we welcome out into the arena. The next of our riders, Timothy Clark, and Tim is riding Totally Blue, NZPH. Saw this horse's younger brother go a little while ago. Turnip Blue, NZBH. Totally Blue by the same sire, bred by the same stud. Totally Blue, NZPH, bred by New Zealand Performance Horses. And ridden by Tim Clark, an accountant by trade. Well, out past Geelong at Colac, Tim Clark resides with his wife Ingrid. Tim had a very good horse. He won the World Cup Series with Caltango. Wife, he's now being a gentleman and given that horse to his wife. Says Ingrid, I'll get another one going. And he's doing a super job with Totally Blue NZPH, carrying the 2 down at this stage. Safely over the last, stops the clock, 83.94, 83.94. 8 jumping penalties, no time penalties, a total of 8. As we now welcome out into the arena, final rider to go. And this is Jess Stalling. Jess is riding Diamond B Vermont, bred by Diamond B Stud. Speedy as he's known around the stables. Has been a very successful horse for Jess. Jess and Reese make a full-time living as equestrian riders, and it was wonderful to see anyone who follows equestrian pursuits, Jess Stalling, come out and compete in her first ever Gary Owen competition here on Thursday. The pinnacle for many of our equestrian riders, and she finished in second place on a countback by 1 point to Bryony Randall, and that is no mean feat. Some ladies spend their entire life trying to win that competition. So she won for the highest placed first-time competitor and runner-up in the Gary Owen. Not too many riders can limelight in the show horse arena and be champion lady rider, as she also has been here at the Royal Melbourne Show on the flat and jump in show jumping. Very different sports, very different type of horse. But Jess has a big team. Her and her fiancé, husband-to-be, Reese, travel around in one of the flashiest looking trucks on the road these days, competing at all the major events around the country. Right now, she turns her attention to the show jumping field, and she is riding Diamond B Vermont. Well, safely over the last, just the one rail down, 4 jumping penalties, 87.06. 1 time penalty over the time allowed by 0.06 of a second. 4 jumping penalties, 1 time penalty, a total of 5. Well, that concludes the first round of competition here in the Prince of Wales Cup. We will be back for the jump off. The jump off course, we have 4 horses and riders: Clint Beresford, Russell Johnson, and then it's husband and wife duo, Rebecca Jenkins, taking on her husband, Stuart Jenkins. Just one has previously won this competition. Rebecca Jenkins won it in 2010 with RSB Jacana, the horse she's on today, and also Kayuna Ted in 2008. All the others have never been able to put their hand, or their name I should say, on this beautiful trophy, the Royal Melbourne Show Prince of Wales Cup. Who's going to be awarded the 2016 title? Well, we'll decide over a shortened course. You'll see our ring crew busily changing it at the moment. The jump-off course will be 1, 2, fences 1, 2, 4, 6, 7A, 10, 11A, 11B and 12. Wherever you are, if you're here at the Herald Sun Arena or around the country or around the world on our live stream, stick with us. We've got all the action still to come here in the arena. The jump-off, 4 horses, 4 riders. Brooke Campbell will be awarded 5th place on Cobbabella Cadiz as our fastest one-time penalty rider. And we'll be back with plenty of action still to come here in the Herald Sun Arena.
Since 1885, RDNS has been helping Australians stay active and independent in their own homes. RDNS provides a range of home nursing and support services to help you to live your best life.
They come back to greet us.
Whether you're experiencing illness, injury, or just need help around the home, we are here for you every step of the way.
Yeah, and it feels like home. It feels like home.
RDNS, the nurses who come to you.
Join Thomas
Maybe I can do anything I want to.
in a thrilling musical adventure.
I'm full of surprises.
Are you singing, Diesel? And discover if he has what it takes to get to the Great Railway Show.
I've got to get across. I can't stop now.
When was the last time you did something you couldn't? When was the last time you shocked everyone and helped change the world too? Oxfam Trailwalker. Register at trailwalker.oxfam.org.au.
I love Daryl Lee.
I love Daryl Lee.
I love Daryl Lee.
I love Daryl Lee.
We 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 love Daryl Lee. We love Daryl Lee.
Daryl Lee, loved by Australians since 1927.
Make it a stellar Sunday. Every week in the Sunday Herald Sun.
Get ready, get set, let's go. If we never go, we'll never know. 'Cause you and I, oh yeah, we could fly so high, so high. You and I won't let this moment pass us by, pass us by.
Welcome to Air China Service Hotline. For ticket booking, please press 1.
I hope you all have a good time and to know you I know. Just wanna be with you. Our love can last forever. I will listen to your hearts, my friend.
What was that?
It was great. We loved it.
Beautiful for the family to watch together.
That's when something wild calls you home.
It was fantastic.
Disney's Pete's Dragon.
Cirque du Soleil's Cruiser, Under the Big Top at Flemington Racecourse. Book now.
Good on you, Mom. Tip top's the one. Good on you, Mom. Good on you, Mom. Tip top's the one. Good on you, Mom.
Well, fellas, we all having fun? It's my turn to get the oranges. I'll get Willie's half-time oranges. They're so juicy, their hands get stickier. Your ball skills get better. Go Bears! See what I mean?
Juicy Australian-grown half-time oranges.
That's why I pick Woolies.
I think it's a million amazing moments, you know, tucking her into bed at night.
To see them start to smile again and interact with others and be happy and giggle.
I don't give them as much as they give me.
Being there for each other and loving each other.
We know we're making a difference, and that's always just a great feeling that we get for doing it.
Anyone can do it.
You can change these kids' lives.
Professionals will make your home star using new media, new tools and new systems to reach more buyers. For your free online property price check and market appraisal, visit professionals.com.au.
Wow, I've lost another 3 kilos.
Doctor? Doctor? If diet and exercise aren't enough, get your doctor on your side. Ask your doctor about clinically proven ways to help you lose weight.
Go with it in the Honda CR-V Series 2 from $27,990.
Handcrafted. Real ingredients. The pride of artisanal quality. Bertocchi since 1972.
Make it a stellar Sunday. Every week in the Sunday Herald Sun.
It's great when people tell you they feel safer when they see PSOs on the platform. It's all the small things that you do every day that makes the PSO role a rewarding one. The work-life balance in this job is good for me because it gives you a lot of time to do other things like study, catch up with friends, do whatever you want. The academy training is challenging, but it provided me with the skill and confidence to do the job.
Wow, I've lost another 3 kilos.
Doctor, if diet and exercise aren't enough, get your doctor on your side.
Cirque du Soleil's Cruiser, Under the Big Top at Flemington Racecourse. Book now.
When was the last time you did something you couldn't? When was the last time you shocked everyone and helped change the world too? Oxfam Trailwalker. Register at trailwalker.oxfam.org.au.
At JG King, we throw everything at our steel frames so our homes stand up to whatever life throws at you. With $30,000 of value included at no extra cost, there's never been a better time to step up to steel. JG King.
Good on you, Mum. Tip-top's the one. Good on you, Mum. Good on you, Mum. Tip-top's the one. Good on you, Mum.
I want a Sunday kind of love, and I'd like to know it's more than love at first sight. I want a Sunday kind of
The return of the affordable Sunday roast.
That's why I pick Woolies.
The Royal Agricultural Society of Victoria has inspired excellence in Victorian agriculture for more than 165 years. RASV ultimately aims to improve the quality of and increase the demand for Victorian agricultural produce. As an RASV member, you can support the development of Victorian agriculture whilst receiving a host of exclusive member privileges. RASV members are entitled to a range of benefits, including complimentary admission to all 11 days of the Royal Melbourne Show, access to members-only hospitality areas, and exclusive discounts and special offers. To find out more about becoming a member of the Royal Agricultural Society of Victoria, visit rasv.com.au.
Well, welcome back here to the Herald Sun Arena for the jump-off of the Prince of Wales Cup. A young man who won the big World Cup qualifier in Adelaide, the Inform combination. Clint Beresford, first rider out. The jump-off course, just to remind you, 1, 2, 4, 6, 7A, 10, 11A, 11B and 12. First horse out into the arena will be Emmaville Jitterbug and Clint Beresford. He's got to be the forerunner, set the pace. Now in the second round, we go against the clock. So the winner of the class will be the horse rider combination with the least number of penalties in the jump-off round with the quickest time. So not only are they trying to be under the time allowed of 61 seconds, they're trying to be quicker than their fellow competitors. We use penalties before time. If we have two riders on the same penalty score, we'll use time to decide the winning round. And Clint Beresford not mucking around here at all. Very quick through the first part of the course. 3 fences to go. Now just 2 fences to go with the combination. 3 jumping efforts down to the second last fence. Is this our first double clear round? Is this going to be the benchmark? The one to beat? Clint Beresford comes down to the final fence. Safely over the last. Come on, Melbourne. Put your hands together. What a ride. Well, stops the clock. 50.34. 50.34. No jumping penalties. No time penalties. And all clear. For our first rider out, Clint Beresford, as we now move on to Russell Johnson. Borealis Centurion. Well, Russell has been competing here at the Royal Melbourne Show for many, many, many years. He's seen many top competitors win this competition. The likes of Johnny Fay, Greg Powell, Jeff Bloomfield. Can he add his name to the list? Borealis Centurion is not going to do it this year. Railed down at the first fence. So even if his time is quicker than Clint's, a rail down means that he cannot take the lead. But he knows with two other competitors to go and higher money for higher placings, he wants to keep on rolling here. This is what can happen. You get a very quick round, come out early, and Clint throws the pressure from his shoulders straight on to the back of Russell Johnson and Borealis Centurion. One fence left to go as he comes down to the final fence from Whittlesea here in Victoria, safely over the last. 52.82, 52.82. And that'll put him into second place at this stage. RSB Jacana. This combination won this for Becky right back in 2010. 6 years on. 7 shows on, in fact. Rebecca Jenkins now tries to put her name on the cup again. Since then, Brooke Dobbin and Advisor won it in 2011. CP Romantic Dream and Tom McDermott in 2012. Ali Lamb in 2013. Tom McDermott and SL Limerick in 2014. And Stevie Hill, Yolambi's Bellini Star, in 2015. This horse is very good under pressure. So is this rider. She was one of the youngest riders ever to compete in a World Cup qualifier. In fact, was only had that title stolen from her by Tom McDermott a couple of years ago. RSB Jacana, owned by Robbie Allen, ridden by Becky. Hey, look at that turn. She is not mucking around. The horse kicks out and says, okay, Mum, I'll try my hardest. Now has to wait to the combination. Time to beat 50.34. The former Victorian, now Queenslander, comes down to the final fence safely on the last. New leader in the competition, Becky Jenkins, straight to the top of the leaderboard. Says, thank you very much. I'll take that one. 48.71. No jumping, no time. New leader. Well, now we welcome out Becky's husband. Is he a gentleman? Does he say, well, my wife's done all the hard work. I'll just bask in her glory. Or does he go out and try and round her up? Put a quicker time on the board. The current leaderboard is 2 clear rounds. Becky Jenkins, the quickest of them. 48.71 and RSB Jacana. Stuart Jenkins has never put his name on the Prince of Wales Cup. I know he'd love to. It's a new line where we're moving to. We're running out of room on this beautiful trophy. And he is riding Fairview Animation to take the lead. He must be quicker than a time, 48.71. And where the wrath of his wife. RSB Jacano is very, very quick against the clock, but don't be deceived by Stewart. Rolls on down to the Equestrian Australia fence here in the middle of the arena. Nice angle across it. Oh, rolls A. Becky Jenkins' grin grows a little bigger. Now to finish in third, he must be quicker than Russell Johnson's time of 52.82. One fence left to go. Comes down to the final fence. It's never going to be quicker than Becky. Safely on the last. 52.81. Oh, look at that. 52.82 Russell Johnson's time. Stuart Jenkins had to be quicker than that to go into third. That's what he's done. 52.81 and 4 jumping penalties. So that'll put him into third place. We'll wait for the thumbs up from the jury box. Thumbs go up. The official word is in. Congratulations to Rebecca Jenkins and RSB Jacana for the second time. She takes home the very prestigious Prince of Wales Cup. Well done, Becky. Second place going to Emmaville Jitterbug and Clint Beresford. Third place to Stuart Jenkins, Fairview Animation. Fourth place to Russell Johnson and Borealis Centurion. And fifth place to our one-time penalty holder, 0.29 of a second over the time allowed in the first round, Brooke Campbell and Copperbella Cadiz. Well done, riders. Well done, David Shepherd. 4 clear rounds, 2 double clear rounds. What a class. Well done to the winner in Rebecca Jenkins and RSB Jacana. We'll take a short break here in the Herald Sun Arena. If you are watching on the live stream, hope you've enjoyed the coverage. We will keep it rolling for the presentation, where we will talk to the winner and place getters of what has been a sensational class down here in Melbourne. And presentation still to come. Stick with us as we have a word from some of our sponsors.
Since 1885, RDNS has been helping Australians stay active and independent in their own homes. RDNS provides a range of home nursing and support services to help you to live your best life.
They come back to greet us.
Whether you're experiencing illness, injury, or just need help around the home, we are here for you every step of the way.
Yeah, and it feels like home. It feels like home.
RDNS, the nurses who come to you.
On a farm full of surprises, he's the sheep who's ahead of the flock. The one and only Sean the Sheep. He might be little, but don't let that fool you. He's cool, courageous, and incredibly crafty. Climb to the top of the heap with Sean the Sheep, A Prickly Problem. Now available on DVD.
When was the last time you did something you couldn't? When was the last time you shocked everyone and helped change the world too? Oxfam Trail Walker. Register at trailwalker.oxfam.org.au.
I love Daryl Lee.
I love Daryl Lee.
I love Daryl Lee.
I love Daryl Lee.
We love Daryl Lee.
We love Daryl Lee.
We love Daryl Lee. We love Daryl Lee.
We love Daryl Lee.
We love Daryl Lee.
Daryl Lee, loved by Australians since 1927.
Good on you, Mom. Tip-top's the one. Good on you, Mom. Good on you, Mom. Tip-top's the one. Good on you, Mom.
Peter Hitchener has been delivering your news for 43 years.
Every day,
leading Melbourne's most experienced team.
the Hawks aren't
The team you know. The team you turn to. The team you trust. When news breaks, Melbourne turns to 9 News. Always there, always on. Experience is why you see it first on 9 News.
The 2016 Royal Melbourne Show is proudly supported by Principal Partners, Woolworths, the fresh food people. Advance, #1 Australian brand recommended by vets and breeders. Coca-Cola Amatil, taste the feeling. Jayco, that's freedom. Major sponsors, RACV, Herald Sun, Weekly Times. Sponsors. The Royal Agricultural Society of Victoria greatly appreciates and values the support of the 2016 Royal Melbourne Show principal partners and sponsors.
Get ready, get set, let's go. If we never go, we'll never know. 'Cause you and I, oh yeah, we could fly so high, so high. You and I won't let this moment pass us by, pass us by.
Kids like it, dads like it, even good old Auntie Madge likes it. Nobody doesn't like Sara Lee. People who dig holes like it, not to mention Mom. Blokes with no hair like it, teddy bears like it. Do we forget anyone? Volunteers like it, folks with ears like it. Haven't seen it. Nobody doesn't like Sara Lee.
Guys, as I call, yeah, come through.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now cross down to the arena for the presentation of our Prince of Wales Cup. What a class! And we'll cross down to our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Brett Hickey.
Thanks, Tim, and welcome back to the Herald Sun Arena for the presentation of one of the most prestigious classes here at the Royal Melbourne Show, the Prince of Wales Cup. We'll call them out from lowest place to high this time, and we'd like to call forward in 5th place, riding Copperbella Cadiz, Brooke Campbell. Brooke jumping a lovely clear round. Unfortunately, the one time penalty. She was 0.29 or 0.29 seconds over the time allowed on course. So she didn't get into the jump off. In 4th place, the Atlanta Olympian Russell Johnson riding a Borealis Centurion. In 3rd place, Stewie Jenkins from Marburg in Queensland, riding Fairview Animation. Second place, the winner of the World Cup at Adelaide Royal, Clint Beresford from Bega in New South Wales. So Clint riding Emaville, a jitterbug, set a very good time in the jump off, but Becky just getting around him. Now time for the 2016 winner, the second time she's done this. It's Becky Allen riding RSB Jacana. And presenting our ribbons today, Mr. Kevin Torano, our international judge. Fantastic effort by Becky. 48.71 was the time she laid down, and no penalties. Well, Beck, you won it on this horse. It was 2012 or 2010? 2010. Great to still have the horse. You've been away, got married, had a baby, come back and won it again. Pretty good effort, and what a great mare, and your family bred her, so you've got to be really proud.
Yeah, I just love this horse to pieces. We've had her since she was 3, and both of Stewie and I have ridden her and World Cupped her, and she had a little time out while she had a baby while I was on maternity leave as well. And yeah, I just love her to pieces.
And mate, you were born and bred down here in Victoria. Your mum and dad, great show jumpers in their own right. They've won everything there is to win in show jumping. What brings you back to Melbourne Royal every year?
Well, I have to say it's not the weather. No, we love coming to Melbourne Show. The horse committee worked really hard here to make the show better and better, and it did die a little, and now it's coming back with a vengeance, and it's one of the best royal shows in the country.
And hubby coming out behind you, were you a little worried there he was going to knock you off, or did you have a plan set earlier, no, this is mine, you can leave me alone in this one?
No, there was no plan. It was just lucky he wasn't on the little red rocket, because then I'd really have to get my skates on.
Congratulations, Beck. Great effort. Clint Beresford, winner in Adelaide, the World Cup, Prince of Wales, second. You laid down a pretty good time early. Were you worried they'd come out and get round you, or do you think you did enough?
No, you can never be too confident when Becky and Stu and these guys are all coming out behind you. So, yeah, no, I went out and set a good round, but Becky just went out and pipped me by 2 seconds. So, no, she went awesome. So, well done, Beck. And thanks to the Show Society for putting on the show.
Clino, a little bit of confidence going into the World Cup on Sunday now?
Oh, I can't say too much, but he's been jumping well this last couple of shows and felt really good again today. So, we'll see what happens.
Good on you, mate. We'll just have a little chat with Stewie. Stewie, when you came out, was the thought in the head, happy wife, happy life, or were you thinking I could get her? You didn't go too hard at the start.
Oh, that's always the first thought, I guess, happy wife, happy life. But second thought was I didn't have enough pace on this one anyway. I'd have probably tried on my other horse, but I was just trying to put a double clean round basically together and keep some more form going for Sunday.
Well, good on you, Stewie. Congratulations to all riders. A fantastic effort and great to see Becky Allen back in the saddle. Give them a big round of applause as we send Becky Allen and RSB Jacana on their lap of honour.
Etched in history forever and a day, Becky Jenkins, RSB Jacana, 2-time winner now of the Prince of Wales Cup. Congratulations to Becky. Superb effort here at the Royal Melbourne Show. Well, coming up a little bit later this evening at 7:30, we pay tribute to the Australian farmers with a magnificent display of sheep out here in the arena. Following on from that, the Showtime Freestyle Motocross team are going to let loose in centre stage. And what a way to end the night than with the ultimate day at the show than by the memorising Royal Show fireworks display. Watch all the multicoloured fireworks light up the evening sky. choreographed by international gold medal winning fireworks producer. To some of your favourite top 40 hits, of course, that will take place at 8:15 this evening. The Great Aussie Sheep Muster at 7:30 and the Freestyle Motocross Stunt Show at 7:45. The Royal Melbourne Show is proudly conducted by the Royal Agricultural Society of Victoria. The RASV has inspired excellence in Victorian agriculture for more than 165 years. The RASV ultimately aims to improve the quality and increase the demand for Victorian agricultural produce. The RASV conducts a number of award programs, including the Australian Food Award, the Australian International Beer Award, and the Royal Melbourne Wine Award, along with a variety of other events that celebrate quality and provide a platform for industry benchmarking, promotion and education. The RASV proudly running the largest and most iconic annual community event here in Victoria, the Royal Melbourne Show. Hope you're enjoying your day here at the Royal Melbourne Show. Still to come this afternoon, one more jumping competition. It is the one we all talk about, the Royal Melbourne Show Speed Derby. It'll be taking place at 6 p.m. this evening, 6 o'clock. Some of the quickest horses in the country are going to be here to be going against the clock in the Speed Derby. It's always a fun one. It's one not to miss. We let our hair down, have a bit of fun, and hope you can join us at 6 o'clock. Following on at 7:30 with the Great Aussie Sheep Muster.
What was that? Magic.
Wild calls you home.
Disney's Pete's Dragon.
Cirque du Soleil's Cruiser, under the big top at Flemington Racecourse. Book now.
The compact SUV for wherever you dream of going. From only $26,990 drive away. The Honda HR-V.
Fellas, we all having fun? It's my turn to get the oranges. I'll get Willie's half-time oranges. They're so juicy, their hands get stickier. Your ball skills get better. Go Bears! See what I mean?
Juicy Australian-grown half-time oranges.
That's why I pick Woolies.
I think it's a million amazing moments, you know, tucking her into bed at night.
To see them start to smile again and interact with others and be happy and giggle.
I don't give them as much as they give me.
Being there for each other and loving each other.
We know we're making a difference, and that's always just a great feeling that we get for doing it. Anyone can do it.
You can change these kids' lives.
Every day, more Australian consumers are choosing to go local, and the trusted destination for all your big brand home appliances is your local Better Store. With over 170 stores Australia-wide, you get the buying power you need. With the type of service you thought was long gone. Need it delivered and installed? We can help with that too. And whether you choose to shop online or in store, you're helping your local community. Why? Because the people that run your local Better Store own it. So go local. That's better.
Good on you, Mum. Tip-top's the one. Good on you, Mum. Good on you, Mum. Tip-top's the one. Good on you, Mum.
When was the last time you did something you couldn't? When was the last time you shocked everyone and helped change the world too? Oxfam Trailwalker. Register at trailwalker.oxfam.org.au.
The bold new Honda Civic comes with a wide-angle reversing camera as standard, so you can get going with ease.
Bring up maps.
And with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto across the range, you're free to chase it in any direction, wherever your dreams may lead. The bold new Honda Civic from only $24,990 drive away.
Professionals will make your home star using new media, new tools and new systems to reach more buyers. For your free online property price check and market appraisal, visit professionals.com.au.
Everybody's free to feel good. Oh, everybody's free to feel good.
I spoke to the PSOs on the platform one night and it all started from there. I grew up always being part of the community, volunteering, and this just kind of takes it to the next level. You're not just helping out, but you're also obviously enforcing the law and making sure that everyone feels like they can get home safe. I love the work-life balance I have being a PSO. I play football along with some other fellow PSO colleagues, so we work our rosters around that. That was the best feeling in the world, was graduating.
What was that?
I think everyone should see it on the school holidays. Best graphics I've ever seen in my life.
Out of 10?
20.
20? Disney's Pete's Dragon.
Wow, I've lost another 3 kilos.
Doctor, if diet and exercise aren't enough, get your doctor on your side.
Cirque du Soleil's Cruiser, under the big top at Flemington Racecourse. Book now.
Handcrafted. Real ingredients. The pride of artisanal quality. Bertocchi since 1972.
At JG King,
We throw everything at our steel frames, so our homes stand up to whatever life throws at you. With $30,000 of value included at no extra cost, there's never been a better time to step up to steel. J.G. King.
I want a Sunday kind of love, and I'd like to know it's more than love at first sight. I want a Sunday kind of
The return of the affordable Sunday roast.
That's why I pick Woolies.
The 2016 Royal Melbourne Show is proudly supported by Principal Partners, Woolworths, the fresh food people. Advance, #1 Australian brand recommended by vets and breeders. Coca-Cola Amatil, taste the feeling. Jayco, that's freedom. Major sponsors, RACV, Herald Sun, Weekly Times. Sponsors: The Royal Agricultural Society of Victoria greatly appreciates and values the support of the 2016 Royal Melbourne Show principal partners and sponsors.
Since 1885, RDNS has been helping Australians stay active and independent in their own homes. RDNS provides a range of home nursing and support services to help you to live your best life.
They come back to greet us.
Whether you're experiencing illness, injury, or just need help around the home, we are here for you every step of the way.
Yeah, and it feels like home. It feels like home.
RDNS, the nurses who come to you.
Join Thomas
Maybe I can do anything I want to.
in a thrilling musical adventure.
I'm full of surprises.
Are you singing, Diesel? And discover if he has what it takes to get to the Great Railway Show.
I've got to get across. I can't stop now.
When was the last time you did something you couldn't? When was the last time you shocked everyone and helped change the world too? Oxfam Trail Walker. Register at trailwalker.oxfam.org.au.
I love Daryl Lee.
I love Daryl Lee.
I love Daryl Lee.
I love Daryl Lee.
We love Daryl Lee.
We love Daryl Lee.
We love Daryl Lee. We love Daryl Lee.
We love Daryl Lee.
We love Daryl Lee.
Daryl Lee, loved by Australians since 1927.
Make it a stellar Sunday. Every week in the Sunday Herald Sun.
'Cause you and I, oh yeah, we could fly so high, so high. You and I won't let this moment pass us by, pass us by.
Welcome to Air China Service Hotline. For ticket booking, please
I hope you all have a good time and to know you I know. Just wanna be with you. Our love can last forever. I will listen to your hearts, my friend.
What was that?
It was great. We loved it.
Beautiful for the family to watch together.
That's when something wild calls you home.
It was fantastic.
Disney's Pete's Dragon.
Cirque du Soleil's Cruiser, Under the Big Top at Flemington Racecourse. Book now.
Good on you, Mom. Tip-top's the one. Good on you, Mom. Good on you, Mom. Tip-top's the one. Good on you, Mom.
Well, fellas, we all having fun? It's my turn to get the oranges. I'll get Willie's half-time oranges. They're so juicy, their hands get stickier. Your ball skills get better. Go Bears! See what I mean?
Juicy Australian-grown half-time oranges.
That's why I pick Woolies.
I think it's a million amazing moments, you know, tucking her into bed at night.
To see them start to smile again and interact with others and be happy and giggle.
I don't give them as much as they give me.
Being there for each other and loving each other.
We know we're making a difference, and that's always just a great feeling that we get for doing it.
Anyone can do it.
You can change these kids' lives.
Professionals will make your home star using new media, new tools and new systems to reach more buyers. For your free online property price check and market appraisal, visit professionals.com.au.
Wow, I've lost another 3 kilos.
Doctor? Doctor? If diet and exercise aren't enough, get your doctor on your side. Ask your doctor about clinically proven ways to help you lose weight.
Go with it in the Honda CR-V Series 2 from 27.
Handcrafted. Real ingredients. The pride of artisanal quality. Bertocchi since 1972.
It's great when people tell you they feel safer when they see PSOs on the platform. It's all the small things that you do every day that makes the PSO role a rewarding one. The work-life balance in this job is good for me because it gives you a lot of time to do other things like study, catch up with friends, do whatever you want. The academy training is challenging, but it provided me with the skill and confidence to do the job.
Wow, I've lost another 3 kilos.
Doctor, if diet and exercise aren't enough, get your doctor on your side.
Cirque du Soleil's Cruiser, under the big top at Flemington Racecourse. Book now.
When was the last time you did something you couldn't? When was the last time you shocked everyone and helped change the world too? Oxfam Trailwalker. Register at trailwalker.oxfam.org.au.
At JG King, we throw everything at our steel frames so our homes stand up to whatever life throws at you. With $30,000 of value included at no extra cost, there's never been a better time to step up to steel. JG King.
Good on you, Mom. Tip top salon. Good on you, Mom. Good on you, Mom. Tip top salon. Good on you, Mom.
I want a Sunday kind of love, and I'd like to know it's more than love at first sight. I want a Sunday kind of love.
The return of the affordable Sunday roast.
That's why I pick Woolies.
The Royal Agricultural Society of Victoria has inspired excellence in Victorian agriculture for more than 165 years. RASV ultimately aims to improve the quality of and increase the demand for Victorian host of exclusive to a range of benefits, including complimentary admission to all 11 days of the Royal Melbourne Show, access to members-only hospitality areas, and exclusive discounts and special offers. To find out more about becoming a member of the Royal Agricultural Society of Victoria, visit rasv.com.au.